And without further ado, we have BlueBerriMoon with Journey, White Robe, any percent glitchless. Please introduce yourself, and whenever you're ready, give us a countdown so we can keep track of your time.
Yeah, no problem. Right, so everyone can hear me properly, hopefully. So yeah, as you can say, I am BlueBerriMoon, aka Chaz. I'm going to be speedrunning Journey, and if my couch would like to introduce yourselves, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm Deadliest Puddle.
I'm Dysonism.
Oh, we're doing our gamer tags. Deadly Steph. Lol.
Pretty cool couch. So they're just here for like moral support and to basically just, you know, keep me chatting, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm really nervous, essentially.
You got this, Chaz.
Yeah, you got this, girl.
We all believe in you.
Yeah, so time will start as soon as I press New Journey. There are two ways of actually timing speedruns, but I'm just going to literally just do it off the bat. So I will do a countdown in a minute. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! Woo!
Yes!
Do it.
And please donate, because this is all like for a really, really good cause. So
Yes.
I really, really appreciate it
Absolutely.
if, you know, people just started donating and so forth. Obviously, you know, do a bit of chat in the Twitch chat and so forth. But so what is Journey?
Here you go.
So it's a really, really simple game, I have to admit.
Steph.
So the goal is to get from A to B.
Oh, what?
So the character that you are actually playing is nicknamed the Traveller. Your origin is, well, it's pretty much, there is story behind it, but it's not actually totally explained. So there is no speech, there is no explanation, there's no subtitles, no nothing.
There's no words in the game at all, is there? There's no words in the game at all.
No, there's no words. It's just literally you are on your own, but you can actually play this online, which is the main goal of it, and you can actually run into other players. So you can only run into another player at any one time if you play online. But because with this run, I'm actually playing this offline, so I'm literally going to be playing this just by myself. So obviously we're in the starting area. This is basically pretty much like your tutorial. So like you can see on the pop-up there, it's online play disabled, because I don't want other players to be jumping into my game and potentially influencing the speed run. So the category I'm running is any percent, so I'm literally not going out of my way to collect any bits and pieces unless they're in my way. White robe is basically the thing that you are able to get once you collect all the symbols in the game. That's like your reward, which has the unlimited power of the scarf. And Glitchless is pretty much, I am not going to be skipping any of the cutscenes, not doing any fancy tricks, no fancy flying, no out of bounds shenanigans, nothing like that. So unfortunately, yeah, if you're looking for a glitch run,
This ain't it.
This is not it. But you'll get to see the game in its entirety, and I'm hoping that everybody can hear the music because the soundtrack is actually amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So for those that haven't played Journey, I would highly, highly recommend it. You know, it's quite cheap to pick up, and you can complete the game in a really, really good time, essentially. Like casually, it's such a beautiful game. I can't recommend it enough. It's one of my favorite.
Very simplistic.
Yeah, very simplistic in its art style. It was created by that game company and Santa Monica Studio, who people probably know. Santa Monica, well known for their God of War, which I also love.
We love Santa Monica, don't we?
Yeah, we do love Santa Monica. But yeah, so that game company, obviously, they made Journey, but they also made Flower and Flow. So I would highly recommend those games as well if you wanted simplistic games by that company, essentially. And also, you can actually play Journey on PC, and you can also play it on mobile. So I'm just picking up bits and pieces here. So thankfully, my actual save data has transferred over. That's great. So I can actually pick up my white robe. I was actually freaking out this morning thinking, this ain't gonna work. What the hell? I'm not gonna be able to get my white robe. So this is where you come to collect your white robe. So now we change.
Living.
And literally the run is now going to begin. So literally I've got unlimited scarf power. I'm literally gonna collect this symbol here to make my scarf just a little bit longer. So we're glowing here, flying over here. I'm going to chirp, highlight all these symbols, and we're going to meditate, essentially. This is like the transition start, so this is the cutscenes, and basically you're kind of wondering, why do I exist? Why am I here? And you've got
Always.
this, you know, you've got this shadowy figure in front of you, and he's basically going to show you just where this ancient civilization has come about. So as you can see, it's all demonstrated within a tapestry, all these little symbols and glyphs, which if you were to be collecting the symbols, these are what they represent. And it's just telling the story of how the ancient civilization came into being. So it's pretty much a really, really nice, simple game without words. So like I said, that you can play this online, and obviously there is no speech, but players can actually communicate through the ways of chirping. So the little symbol actually appears as a bubble, and you can actually chirp between each other. That's the only way that you can actually communicate with other players. And then if you're actually sticking together, there are speed runs where you play cooperatively, so you can actually get from one to another through playing with another player, which is quite interesting to watch, I have to admit. So all I'm going to be doing is get into the next section, which is the bridge.
So can you tell us the difference between, so the white robe, it gives you power.
Yeah, it's unlimited power, essentially. So with the red robe, if you're playing this casually, you would start off with no patterning on the actual cloak itself, which basically means that you are a new player. As you play the game over and over again, you start collecting symbols like the little patterning on your actual cloak, and you'll be able to actually progress a little bit further. So in this section with the white robe, because you got unlimited scarf power, you can actually just land and it will actually refill, whereas with the red robe, you will actually have to go and collect the scarf shards everywhere. And I'm just mucking up here. Bear with me a second. I want to go up here. 1, 2, 3, 1.
So power through accessories. I'm
Yes.
down with that.
Power through accessorizing. There you go. I do like my scarves, I have to admit. So
during this section, normally you have to build up the bridge, don't you?
yeah, you would. So basically you have to go around the little bit of desert. You have to go and basically chirp at little bits and pieces, like little bits of cloth that are floating around in the desert. And then you would basically have to build the bridge. So everything is all represented by fabric. And you would have to build that bridge entirety and literally just try and cross the bridge that way. But with the white robe, you don't actually have to do that. You can just skip it.
Yeah, so what
So,
BlueBerriMoon
I
just
just
did
need to
there is
do that.
normally, like she said, you have to build the bridges up. But because of the white robe, she was able to skip that whole segment completely.
Symbol is
That's a
not
big skip,
highlight.
right? Because that normally takes.
Yeah.
I played this casually last night just to get a handle on it, and it took me about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes maybe, just to go around and activate all the bits. So that's a huge skip with the white robe.
Yeah. And that's the bonus for like collecting all the different symbols. So I think there's around about 2 to 3 symbols per level, which you can collect. And each symbol that you collect makes the scarf longer. So once again, our ancestor, I'm going to nickname him the ancestor, is telling us that they basically discovered the power of the scarf, and they're now going to try and harness that power. So, you know, with all ancient civilizations, they're like, oh, we've discovered something, and now we are going to try and harness it to the best of their ability. So
This is ace, because when I played this, I really struggled to understand what was actually going on with the story, because I'm not very good. So I'm feeling like I'm learning a lot about the lore right now, which is great.
Yeah.
How many times do you think you've played this?
so
As many times as she dyed her hair.
that's a lot. That's a lot. So I can't remember how many times at the top of my head I've actually played this game. But to get the full patterning on your scarf and on the robe itself it's around about 3 or 4 times. But I've played it more than that. But literally with this game, because I'm not glitching it out, I'm just trying to get the most optimized route. So because of me accidentally slipping up on the bridge, I am a little bit behind. So I speed ran this game a couple of years ago for Game Blast, same category, and my personal best was around about 46, 45, something like that. It was quite evenly balanced. And then last weekend I actually smashed that PB and got 46.09.
Yes.
So, and that was with me not making any mistakes whatsoever on the bridge, optimized kind of movement, and that was pretty much my best run. So I would like to get that kind of similar timing. If not, then I'm not really entirely bothered. You know, it's for charity. You know, we're speedrunning it for a good cause. Why not? And everyone gets to see this beautiful game being played. It's not actually been. I haven't actually seen this at an actual speedrunning marathon. So I really, really appreciate the guys here actually letting me do this. So
It's not one of the first games you think of when you think of speedrunning. You know, it's a very serene kind of like peaceful game that I thought when I played it anyway. So
yeah,
it was one of those things that I'm really interested to see some of the techniques you use. And see how it can be optimized.
I mean, yeah, it's a lovely change of pace from
Crash
the
Team
previous
Racing.
one.
Crash Team
gave
Racing was
me
amazing.
anxiety.
that was a really, really good speed run. I mean, like watching Crash Team Racing being you know, done really, really, really fast was absolutely ridiculous. And seeing some of like the shortcuts being used, I was just like, I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's nuts. But yeah, the change of pace in Journey, it's just, you know, it's so simplistic. It's so beautiful. I love it. But yeah, and there are speedrunners out there. Shout outs to those guys. And there's also a Journey Discord. So if you are interested in getting in touch with people that just love the game or even speedrunning it, by all means jump on that Discord and start chatting to people, because there is a channel dedicated to speedruns. So this is the desert. I forgot to explain it, aka the Pink Desert. And we're now heading down to this sort of like mini tower where we're sort of enhancing the power. So way back in the desert, there was like this little creature, which was like a magical carpet dolphin creature, I would like to say.
That is a mix of things that I need
Yeah,
to see.
they kind of dive into the sand and they chirp at you and so forth. So this is one of the creatures. It's just basically showcasing like the cloth kind of, hey, I'm here. Where are you taking me? Don't do that,
Yeah,
please.
carpet, do as you're
Wait.
told.
Just because it's a speed run, just because you're on TV, doesn't mean to say that you actually like mess about. Right, so I'm just gonna land here because he's not in the right place where I want him, which is annoying. But there we go. You were delaying me. Thank you very much. So we're just gonna get up here. Skip this. So as you can see, I've already collected all the symbols. So there's 4 symbols in that level that you can collect, and they all contribute to get into the white robe. So in the home hub where we actually collected the white robe, if you're playing this casually and you've still got the red robe and you're kind of wondering where on earth can I get these symbols, the game actually tells you what location they actually are. So that's really, really helpful if you just wanted to get like 100% on this game. So once again, we're back to the tapestry, and our ancestors basically showing us that they kind of harnessed the power of the scarf and everything like that. And we're now moving on to the next session. So essentially, we're going to where the ancient civilization actually lived.
Okay.
So we're just getting around this bit. And it's like, here we go, now we built our ancient civilization. Great, everyone's happy, you know.
I feel like that's not the end.
I think things might take a turn for the worse.
Yeah. Everything will then change.
But that's okay, because there's lots of happy flying carpets.
Yeah, flying carpets. More flying carpets that are just chirping away, saying, hey, follow us, let's go. So let's go. We'll follow them. So we can chirp, so that's cool. Also, I did say that whatever symbol I'm chirping, I'll actually go and get that tattooed. So,
What, this one?
yeah, the one that I'm actually chirping.
This is the one? Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll actually get it tattooed.
Do we need to, like, remember it for you?
Oh,
I'm sure she knows.
don't worry about it. I'll remember it.
So is the symbol attached to your gamer tag, or is it like...
No, it's completely random. It's always random. I've
Right.
never had the same symbol twice.
Oh, wow.
which
I
is quite
think
nice.
With this one, it's like, am I right in thinking, yeah, it's 4 of the same? It's like,
Hey,
it's like
so
4 J's.
that's really simple, actually.
It's a really cool little symbol
Yeah,
to get for
that's
a
cool.
speedrun, right?
Yeah,
many J's.
exactly. So what I'm doing here, I'm just getting around here.
This is one of my favorite sections to
Yeah,
play.
it's so fun. We're
You
just
sure?
like sliding along, and it's just a nice change of pace essentially. So I'm only collecting symbols if they are in my way, and plus as well with the like the scarf getting just slightly bit longer, it's going to help me out in regards to how long I can fly for, and also in the very ending section, I need as much of the scarf as possible in order to survive. So if you were playing this casually, you would drop down and then you would have to find pieces of cloth again and summon bits and pieces, and you would be able to create a fountain which will then shoot you up into the sky. But because we got white robe, we're simply skipping that. So we're just going to go around here.
I love the way the sand looks. It looks almost gold.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Really, really nice looking
I
game.
would like to live in it. Thank you.
I think my favorite thing that they've done, like graphically, is like when you move through the sand and later on the snow, the way your character like creates a path through it.
Yeah.
And when you're playing online with someone else and you're both doing it, you just kind of like weave in and out. It's beautiful. It's such a nice looking game.
Yeah. It is so fun actually playing this with other people. Obviously you can't physically talk to people like we are now, but like, I
Can you
found
write them
something
like a
I'm gonna
little
chirp.
note in
Yeah.
the sand, like I heart you?
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. I'm just going to troll people in Journey.
Secrets this way.
Yeah, this way I'm just going to chirp. Oi, pay attention to me,
It's
please.
one of the graphically impressive parts of the game.
Yeah,
which
so
is
this
sun
is
reflecting like on the golden sand.
essentially, yeah, the golden sands.
Yeah.
So you can see like just how serene and beautiful this game actually is. I really like that symbol. It's growing on me.
That is a lovely symbol.
So we're just going to go down here, chirping away, sliding away, flying around. There we go.
So forgive my ignorance, but if you've got unlimited rope power, why do you need the symbols at all?
Because I want to make the scarf longer. So every time you collect a symbol, the scarf gradually gets
So
longer.
otherwise you would have
It's
to land.
accessorizing.
I like that option.
Come on.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you have to land in order to recharge it, right?
Yes,
So the longer your
essentially.
scarf is, the more you can fly without needing to land. Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
There is a practical reason, not just to look hot.
There is a reason for my
As,
madness.
if you believe me, would suggest.
I think so.
So
It's just as important to accessorize.
It is.
So we've now just gone into the darkest depths of the underground. It's not a nice place, and we want to get out of here as quickly as possible. So now we're going back to our meditation kind of dream state to get into the next section.
Are we going to see Big Long Boy? Yeah.
There we go. We get to see our ancestor
boy.
again.
Is that his official name?
Yeah.
Long
I
body.
wanted
Yeah.
Bob,
Big
but
long
Bob.
boy. Oh,
Why not?
Bob.
Bob.
Okay, we're going to call him Bob now. Right.
Excellent.
So
Bob it
Bob's
is.
going to now tell us what actually happened. So they build a civilization, and of course, with any ancient civilization that has power, they also want to make weapons.
Oh.
Tut tut.
So yeah, they're kind of like, we got this ancient civilization, we want to protect it. So they start having a little argument, hence why the scarf is actually ripped. And they start making these guardian watchers, essentially.
Horrible things.
These horrible things that basically they made them and they started killing the actual people that created them. So that's always fun.
Well,
So,
Not cool, guys.
not
no.
cool.
So if you have
Nice.
power, don't abuse it.
Bob, sort your life out, Bob. Jeez. Doesn't need to be this way.
No, it doesn't. Never has to be that way. So yeah, we're now going into the underground, which is literally going to be a very, very different change of scenery. So we're used to seeing like lovely oranges, reds, golds. Now we are in the blues, the whites, like coldness kind of.
Ooh.
So
Darkness.
if you were the red robe, you would literally be like, oh my god, what the hell have I just walked into? With the white robe, it's not so bad because we're actually glowing. So we're like a little beacon of hope, if you want to call it.
Poor red robed people.
Also with this section, it actually kind of represents like underwater. So if you actually watch the behavior of like our little carpet friend, he kind of dives in and out of the sand like it's
It is,
like a dolphin.
School of fish.
These little scarf fragments act like they're little fish. So yeah, with Journey, like the soundtrack really complements the areas that you're actually entering. I mean, Austin Wintory is the composer for this game, and yeah, he is an amazing composer. And this game actually won 5 BAFTAs and 1 Grammy Award. So it's a pretty well-deserving game, I have to admit.
Shout outs to the composer.
Yeah, so the scarf fragments are now acting like seaweed, and we've now got our next creatures, which are jellyfish.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at them.
Don't worry, they're not going to sting us at all.
They make a great noise when you bounce
They
on the top
do.
of
They
them.
make like a little bubble noise. So thank you for the demonstration. I appreciate that.
It's important that people understand the...
So we've got our little flying carpet friend, and he's basically trying to show us the way. He's trying to be helpful. So I really don't mind him being here, to be honest with you. But now it's getting to the crunch point. You know, that doesn't look sinister enough. Look at them things watching us. Yeah, so these are those guardian watchers, whatever you would like to call them. This is where they're sort of hiding. And he's now, our little friend is now gone. Bless his soul. So yeah, we've now activated those guardians. We really do not want to be in their line of eyesight. You can see if you are in the line of eyesight because there's a little like blue light where they're actually looking. If they spot you, it will go red, and yeah, you don't want to be anywhere near them because he's spotted me.
Oh no!
Wow.
Can you get away from that?
The rarity of that.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
That's not
no.
It had
good.
to happen, didn't it?
You got lasered.
I did. It had to happen though. Of all the times I've tried to skip that bit, come on, wake up. Come on. Come on.
Come on, 4J.
Is that you having like a little
Come on.
tantrum?
It had to happen. It had to happen. But there we go. That demonstrated that you don't want to be in their line of eyesight.
Yeah, we're giving you a full scope.
He's got away. Leave me alone. Thank you very much.
Oh no.
So as you saw that we actually got attacked, and he actually ripped the scarf in half. So now I can't fly as well as I wanted to. So I'm going to have to pick up a symbol just down here, just so that I can give myself a little bit of a boost, because that was a real big shame. But it's all for charity. That's all I'm thinking about. It's all for
We're
charity.
bidding for charity.
You know,
Yeah.
donate for being attacked. There we go. But yeah, so we're just picking up this symbol. So the scarf is a reasonable length again. But you can get through this section without being seen, without being attacked. Yeah, so if you are into collecting achievements and other bits and pieces, I'm sure everybody is. You can get through this without being.
No!
Go on, JJ.
Go on! You can do it!
Get away from me.
Weird Phew!
not today.
Oh my god, I'm so relieved.
That's good.
There we go.
See, this is a true horror game.
True horror game. Being chased by watchers.
He's
Ah,
back.
Bob!
So he's back.
Bob, protect us!
Yeah. Why did that happen to me, Bob? Why? Because you were silly. Okay.
Saying, what happened to your scarf?
Thanks for that.
The scarf was a lot bigger last time I saw
Yeah.
you.
Bob's like,
do?
screw you. Don't care.
So in this next section, it's demonstrating that because of the Watchers basically killing off pretty much all of our ancestors, as demonstrated in the ground, we're now going on to the next section, which is, it's called the Temple, but I nickname it the Tower because it is extremely frustrating.
All tower
All
levels.
towers are
in all
frustrating.
games.
Towers
we all
are
know
frustrating.
that.
They're the worst.
So yeah, we're now heading to the temple essentially.
It was like a bit like a roller skate.
Yeah. Aw.
I'm so
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
One little traveller. One little
All the little like mosaics that like Daleks, and that makes me very happy.
little mosaics.
I feel
Love
like that's
that.
probably not what they were going for. Just a happy
Well,
coincidence.
it pleased me. So
Righto. So we're just skipping that bit now. So we just go through here.
So,
Keep on moving.
is there a difference when you're playing in multiplayer? Because I noticed when I was playing that the mosaics featured 2 of
Yes.
the travelers, but this.
Yeah. So if you are playing online and you run into another player, the mosaic actually updates to represent that player that you actually run into. Because people don't have names, you don't put a name to a player until the very, very end credits. So you don't know who you run into until the very, very end. But the mosaic will actually update if you actually run into a player in that area. So you could be going for like, for the entire playthrough and not run into anybody, but suddenly like you have somebody appear in your mosaic. It's like, oh, where did they appear from? So.
who's this guy?
So in this section, what we want to do is fill the room with this special sort of like cloud, which refills our scarf as well. So it's super, super helpful.
Is it gas or is it water? It's not clear because you get these creatures that look like they're kind of swimming or.
It's kind of like, if you go into the cloud, it obviously doesn't hurt you, but it's kind of like water.
Yeah.
Bit of both.
Yeah, a bit of both. So we're just collecting these bits and pieces just to help me over here because I don't have much scarf power as I would usually do. So I'm just coming off here. I want to see whereabouts I'm going. And my jellyfish have appeared, which is also signify where I want to go. So I'm just taking the precautious route, using the jellyfish to elevate up here, going through this tower section, fly through this bit, hit this jellyfish because I don't trust myself. There we go. So we just basically highlight in these wall scrolls. You also actually, within the game, you collect these actual wall markings as well. So they're really, really good to get. I'm just wondering now if I'm going to have enough scarf power in order to get to where I want to go, which is just up here. Let's have a go.
Believe in you.
Come on, come on, come on.
I believe.
So we're just going to hit this,
Go on.
taking precaution. There we go.
Nice.
Right, grab this symbol here. Because usually in this section you would have to, there was a giant whale-like creature that just came out of the little bit here.
Oh no, that was a face plant.
Oh,
Is it quicker to get the whale now, or are you going to go back for the skip?
I'm just going to go back here because it's easier for me to get this. Hopefully. 2, 3,
So, question:
4.
do they have like little ears?
Right,
It looks like it's got little
I'm
cats.
going to go for the whale.
Time
I'm
for
going
the
to go for the whale.
What
Back
do you
up,
think
back
is
up.
lurking underneath?
Here we go. Nothing is working. Whale friend. There we go. He helped me.
Whale friend.
Whale friend.
Hey, whale friend.
I think they probably do have ears because they like sing to each other, like beep, 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 beep.
I mean,
So-
like they're like little cat ears. It's so cute.
Righty ho. Little cat ears. I
The
love it.
traveller, are they, what is it called? The traveller? Is that what we call
He's
it?
called the
called
he's
the Traveller?
called the traveller essentially.
Traveller's adorable.
Maybe that's a
Yeah.
breed of cat.
The traveller cat.
Traveller cat.
Travel cat.
Travel cat.
Okay.
Chaz does a bit of drawing as well, so maybe you could make that happen.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'd like to see some fan art. Traveller,
Yes.
Yeah.
like traveller cat art. That'd be cool.
I feel like that's
Mash
the
up the
fan
world has
art.
been waiting for.
Yeah, we all deserve it. And need it.
Yeah, we
now
totally
it's been
want that.
said, you're
Right.
under obligation.
So we
If there are
just
any
go across
artists
that
watching
bit.
the stream, they now have
Now
to
is a
follow
good
that.
time. Yeah.
Now is the time.
Now is the time. So now the room is now filling up, essentially. So because I don't have enough scarf power to actually try and get up there, I'm just going to let the actual sort of cloud carry me up to this bit here. It's a little bit annoying that we got attacked by the Watcher, but never mind. It happens, you know. Still making good progress anyway. So now we get to see
Bob?
our journey so far.
Oh, this is such a beautiful scene.
Yeah. So you know, all the symbols are coming together, and we get to see our full journey so far until the very, very end section.
Yeah.
So not far to go.
Oh, it's so wholesome and lovely
Yeah.
and relaxing, which I enjoy.
It's amazing that a game with no words can make you feel the emotions it does while you're playing.
Yeah.
And even now, watching it now with the single player is amazing, but like when you experience it with someone else that you can't talk to and you don't know their name,
Yeah.
and you develop this like connection between the two of you, there's something about it. Like there's not any other game that manages to do that as well as this, I think.
Yeah. So in this section, it's basically showing like how far you come. So obviously, if we did run into another player, it would update with another
Yeah.
traveler
There's the
essentially.
nasty machine that took
Yeah,
us
the
off.
thing that actually killed me.
Bad machine.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that thing.
There's
And
the
then
tower.
this is the final section.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
No,
does it?
that looks like no fun.
You're starting to doubt yourself. You're like, oh,
Hmm.
what did I just get myself in for?
Oh no.
It's like zooming in.
Where's the reset
Sorry, bro.
button?
Bob's like, whatever, get up that mountain.
Where's the reset button? I don't want to do this now. Can I just stay here? Yeah, so we're going to have to venture into the mountain, which is the longest section of the game. And yeah, so
Oh, we're in for some snowy goodness.
yeah, some snow.
Nice.
So we're going from the warm oranges again into a snowy, wintry.
Hey, you've got a scarf. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I got a scarf.
Yeah, you got
Keep warm. Logic.
that cape will keep you warm. It's pretty
There we go.
pretty badass.
So yeah, so we're just getting through here. Come on. There we go.
You've got a scarf.
Oh dear.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen here.
Yeah, I'm
No,
sure it's
nothing
just
bad's
gonna
gonna
be
happen. Nothing bad will happen. Oh look,
We're so close.
so close and yet so
So
far.
close.
And that creature is now frozen. Solid. Great. So yeah. So this bit is basically showing you like there is scarf fragments here and there and everywhere. But the longer that we stay in the snow, we are going to get frozen. So it's going to ruin our movement. It's going to make us go a little bit slower. So I'm trying to not stay in the snow for very, very long.
Don't want to get cold feet.
Yeah, cold.
Or
don't get
skins
cold
or
feet.
whatever is happening.
I'm hearing that apparently chat quite likes Long Bob. They've adopted
Yes,
Long Bob.
Long
as their
Bob.
name.
Hashtag Long Bob.
Hashtag Long Bob.
Yay.
Hashtag Long Bob for special effects.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's make him a thing.
So in this section, we are basically dodging really, really strong winds, which if I get hit, I will get blown back really, really far. So I'm just being really cautious here because after the incident with the Watcher, I really do not want to get blown back and obviously add more to my time. So I'm just trying to keep level with these pillars. And as you can see, we are starting to get frozen up. So
no.
just trying to, you know,
No hypothermia
for
for us.
life.
Chirps are getting a
Chirp
bit
for
weaker
warmth.
as well.
Work for warmth.
Chirp for life.
For life.
For life.
So I'm just gonna go behind this section,
Chirp for warmth.
just taking caution. You know, just hiding behind this.
Chirp for Long Bob to get off his butt and do something.
Yeah, why isn't he helping
Help
us?
us out.
He's really big.
He could probably shield you through here.
Yeah.
Come on, Long
No,
Bob.
right?
Damn
Why,
it,
why
Long
is he
Bob.
not helping us in this dire need?
I had a horrible moment when I was playing this again with a stranger last night, where we just worked out what we were doing with the things, and then I accidentally like walked into them like a bit strong, and they were trying to make space for me behind the shelter, and then they got caught by the wind,
Oh,
and
no.
they got blown all the way
Oh,
back, and I felt
no.
awful.
Like, bye, stranger.
You're
Yeah.
bad.
Sorry.
You're as bad as Long Bob.
No. Long Bob's a special kind of.
A special kind of
So
bad.
As you saw there was a little creature that was just hiding out, and because I chirped to him, he came out of his little hidey spot and helped us out. So it aids with the movement a little bit. So if we did have a longer scarf, I would be a little bit further along here, but never mind. So at the moment, we're just pogoing along, trying to get up these stairs as quickly as we can.
Oh, it's a real struggle.
It is a struggle. It's starting to. The struggle is real right now.
That feels like me this morning. It was.
It's kind of like, why did someone
this.
leave the freezer door open? Like, honestly, it's so cold in here. It's ridiculous.
Big old freezer.
Yeah.
It was very cold this morning. Me walking to the train station like.
So I'm just bouncing along, chirping, trying to get onto this little
Ooh.
bit here.
Hey, there we go.
Ooh, that was
There we go.
nice.
That felt warm.
Chirping along.
Chaz is showing off now.
No, she kind of glitched through that bridge. I thought this was going to be a glitchless run.
Yeah.
Hey.
Valid run.
We have a donation.
Speaking of invalid runs anyway. Oh, sorry. What's up?
Sorry, we have a donation, by the way, if I
Oh,
can.
awesome.
Yay!
By Rocker9494, £5. Whale friend for the win, but also Long Bob.
Yeah, long
Yeah.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank
you for the donation. I really, really appreciate it. I think we just got that hashtag trending, hopefully. But,
Donate if you want Long Bob to do something with his life.
We can't make any promises.
No.
Thank you for the donation.
yeah,
Thank you.
Special effects.
yes.
Oh, that's
So-
such a worthy cause.
If
So
you
worthy.
were, so if you were playing this casually, obviously we've got more watchers. We would be hiding in those little cubby holes over there, and we were just basically dodging the watchers like the plague, trying to get out of their eyesight. But I'm just sticking to the right, hugging this little like mountainside, and just bouncing along essentially. See, the winds are going to push me back. Gonna ignore them. Get along here. So we just kind of blend in the snow, which is kind of helping.
Yeah, that's some good camouflage for
It
this
is active
environment.
camo. So another watcher has just appeared, just to make our lives a little bit harder. But we're just gonna hopefully get
nightmares.
past him.
We're going to have literal nightmares about them.
They are nightmare fuel.
They are horrible.
They look like spines, but with eyes at the end.
The worst thing, if they catch you, there's these little what look like shelters hidden around. So yesterday, as a casual player, you're like, oh, I'll hide in there, and then they're like, nope, they smash right through it and get you anyway.
Yeah. As soon as they spot
don't
you,
think so.
as soon as they spot you, that's it.
That's
Like,
it. So
you've
there's
got no
you
chance.
can't get away from them.
No.
Right.
You've got
Okay.
no chance of getting away from them. As soon as that eyesight is red,
Thought that was one,
you
but
are
it
gone.
luckily-
You're gone, Scoot.
No, that's a friendly. That's
That's a friendly.
That's one of the magic carpets.
Yeah.
Carpet
That's
boys.
that's a carpet dolphin.
Carpet dolphin.
Carpet dolphin.
Carpet.
Show
Carpet
you
koi.
the world.
Yeah. Why not? So yeah. So we're almost there through this little tedious bit. So you can see our character is slowly freezing up. So every time
Yeah.
we come into contact with any form of like material, we're sort of warming the material up, which help us through. Energizing the scarf again. And also the music to this section is amazing. Like the whole soundtrack, like I've said, is awesome.
I
But
don't
in
know if
this
anyone on the stream can hear it because it's so loud
yeah.
in this convention hall.
It's very loud. We've had playing Journey with air raid sirens going off in the background.
Yeah, so yeah.
Quite an interesting
I
experience.
literally keep worrying there's going to be something
Like a
terrible.
fire alarm.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The air raid sirens going off whenever a watcher appears, just to warn you.
But definitely go and listen to the soundtrack, everyone.
So in this section, we've basically got more hightail winds. So I'm just waiting, because I haven't got audio, I'm waiting for a visual cue of the clouds actually disappearing. So I can just hide behind these rocks. So I don't get like flung off. So I'm just waiting for that to pass. There we go. So if I had a longer scarf, I would literally just race up there, but I'm not taking any chances, so I'm just literally going to wait for it. A little bit frustrating, but never mind. Don't want to get blown back. Here we go.
Go, 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 go.
Go, 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 go.
Go, go,
Come on, come on.
go.
There we go. Right
Take
here.
that wind.
So in this bit, if we do get blown away, we'll get knocked down to the lower level, which
We don't.
will be a time loss, and I really, really don't want that to happen. So literally, we'll just skip that section. Warm this bit up. And there we go, we passed that. Great.
Yes.
Right.
Well done.
Now we're on to
Defeated
the
the
very...
wind.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Almost there, look at it. Look,
Oh,
we're
look,
so
look.
close. We're so close.
Oh, no.
We're so close.
No wind.
Come on, Traveller.
Come on.
You can
We
do
can do
it.
this.
Not Bob.
So now we're starting to lose the ability of flight. As you can see, the scarf is starting to shred even more. So,
What beautiful accessories.
yeah, it was a budget scarf. Honestly, it's unraveling so much.
Shit scarf.
Budget scarf. There we go. So we're trying to get to the mountain. We're kind of like, why are we pressing on? I'm so cold. I just want to go back home. Where is home?
Yeah.
But there we go. I don't want to go. I just want to go back.
Oh,
So obviously,
it's really hard to watch.
it's
sad.
really, really sad because you're kind of
It is.
pushing on and you can't do anything about it because you're just getting blown away all the time.
No.
So, and I can't chirp as loudly anymore. Look, you
Can't
can't
even
barely,
chirp.
you can't even
Oh,
barely see it. It's so sad right now.
we're so close.
We are.
Traveller, we can
come
do this
on.
together.
Yeah, we
Together
give it
we'll
our
do it.
energy.
Yeah.
Come on, you can
Come
do
on,
it.
come on, come on.
You're so close.
Do it for Long Bob.
Long Bob. Oh,
Do it to stick it to Long Bob. Actually.
Yeah, prove him wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Prove him
After
wrong.
he sent us on our suicide mission.
We can do this.
Damn it, Long Bob.
Yeah.
We
That
can do
probably wasn't how the story was written.
Probably nothing.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Probably anybody
sorry,
from
I've
that
changed
game
the
could
whole
be watching
story.
this.
Yeah, I really. Apologies to the devs if they're watching.
yeah.
Well, what if
Apologies.
this is the authentic story and the devs are
Oh.
finally figured out, someone's finally
Someone's
figured
finally
out.
worked out the Long Bob.
Oh my god. I could be all over Reddit later. Can't wait. Someone's
no.
finally
Mountains
discovered the secret.
disappeared. Oh no.
Oh, we can't see the mountain.
So
Oh no.
the mountains disappeared. We're slowly,
Keep
we're
going.
gradually getting more and more frozen over. Our movement is getting really, really, really slow.
You were so close.
The frame rate has dropped.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, come on, what's going on? Why am I, you know? And we can't do much here. We just got to keep on pressing on. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Keep going.
Don't you know this is a
Come on.
speed run?
Yeah, we're supposed to be going fast, right? Oh,
Bob didn't give him the memo.
Oh.
thanks. You were a total like distraction.
Oh. He was so close.
I am actually the worst and I'm so sorry.
Game over. We're done. We're done.
Have I done a bad, Chaz?
over.
I'm so
That's it. That's it. I'm done.
He was so close.
No, Chaz. It can't be like this.
Can't be like this.
There must be another
Honestly.
way.
Oh wait. What's
Oh,
going on now?
Oh,
plot
he's...
twist.
Wait. Yeah. Biggest plot twist ever.
Well, I was genuinely feeling bad then. I thought I'd done a bad.
Oh, we're not
I
just
felt
got
this-
one.
Oh.
Oh.
It's not just one Long Bob, though.
Oh my god.
There's so many Long
It's like Long Barbara,
So many.
Long Bob squad.
Long Steve,
Long Steve.
Long George.
Long Linda from accounts.
Long...
I'm not going to be able to play this game. Seriously now?
Yeah. This is such a beautiful game, and you just stomped all over it.
I want to give them all a name.
Are they from,
sorry, I'm
are they
sorry,
from
I'm the
separate
worst.
departments?
They're from separate departments, yeah.
So we've now
Long
actually
Lorna.
we've actually been
Long Lorna.
reborn essentially.
Oh!
There we go.
Oh!
Let's see
Oh!
this, guys.
Take that, Long everyone.
So watchers are kind of like, why are you alive? We killed you once. We'll kill you twice.
No, watch her.
Yeah.
Believe me, we are near the end of the game, honestly. Here we go.
Oh.
It's
So the final stretch. This is what you would probably call heaven. We have unlimited scarf power once again. There's loads and loads of these scarf creatures. And literally we can just fly to the very, very end. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on going. Look how long the scarf is now.
That's so long.
The bonuses.
We are really accessorizing to the max.
We are. We've unlocked
This
DLC.
is your reward for almost facing death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you
The
stay.
biggest scarf for you.
That's why there's so many, like, what is it, long johns coming out of nowhere, just to present you with this extra long scarf.
Here we go.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
in this section, like, the music is really, really awesome as well, because it sort of like demonstrates the journey coming to an end, you know, and so forth.
Is this the longest that the scarf gets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if it was like a mega uber scarf.
This
I'd say it's quite long.
Yeah, this
Well,
is
it's quite
Mega
long.
Uber Scarf.
Big old scarf.
I mean, it's not short. It's not budget anymore.
No, it's not a budget
No, it's
scarf.
not.
Quality.
Quality scarf. So as you can see, all the little creatures are just like swimming with us.
It's so lovely.
It is beautiful, yeah?
So I'm hoping that I will be able to hit this jellyfish on the right-hand side, so we can actually just not go around the whole like little tower bit.
Come on, jellyfish.
Come on,
Skipping strats.
Yeah.
Come to mama,
like you
jellyfish.
come
got
on.
it.
There we go. We're
Hey,
here.
nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
fish of the jelly.
Giant whale. Here we go. Everyone can hear the music now, which is great. It's so loud, but it's a good
Oh,
thing.
I know, I love it. I feel it. Feel the power.
So we have 4 more donations.
Yay!
Hey.
Read them out. This is great.
First one's from Anonymous, £10. For
Nice.
this amazing cause and to cheer up Long Bob's face, go BlueBerriMoon.
Thank you.
Take that, Long Bob.
From TL Holden, the 365,
Helen.
£5, donating for a great charity and also to help Long Bob
Yeah,
get his
Long
life on track. Hashtag Long Bob Life.
That's going to be trending. now.
Started something.
Pimpin Brew with £10, no comment.
Oh,
And
thank you.
Otto with £20. This is so sad. Long Bob, play Despacito.
Despacito.
Thank you so much for all the donations.
Thank you,
I really
everyone.
appreciate
Those Long
it.
Bob.
Long Bob did it. There we go.
There are a lot of names I
Oh,
recognize.
that's some really good donations.
Yeah, they are.
everyone.
Awesome.
guys.
We really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
We're so close to the end now.
we
Yeah.
are. We're coming up to the end, so we are coming up to time very, very, very shortly.
We
so
are going to be
we come to the end of our journey. I hope everyone's enjoyed the speed run.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
been a journey for me.
It has. We've all had our own journeys.
We've all had our
Even
own
the
paths.
Is that the moral of the story?
everyone has their own journey in life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
Oh,
much.
that's
very profound, isn't it?
There's always a light at the end of the journey.
Oh.
I feel like we've not just watched some great gameplay and speedrunning, we've also learned something today, kids. We all have our own journey.
Oh. And Long Bob's the best.
And Long
We all
Bob,
know that.
Long Bob needs to get a job.
Well, Long Bob's just raised quite a bit of money for charity, so
Yeah,
thank
so
you, Long
Thank
Bob.
you, Long Bob.
That was his
for
true intentions.
That was his
Actually doing something with your life today.
So yeah.
How
We're
close
proud
are we
of
to
you.
time, Chaz?
We are really, really close to time. I will literally shout time in a minute.
Yeah.
It will count as soon as I lose control of our little character.
Oh.
So it will be bye-bye from me very, very shortly. And thank you, Couch, for being so supportive and chatting to me because I
Yay!
was literally
Our
a
pleasure.
nervous wreck
Do our best.
this
Oh,
morning.
Chaz, you've been
Nailed it.
amazing,
But
Chaz.
yeah, there we go. So, and now we are coming up to
Oh.
time.
Time! Woo!
Well done.
Nice one, babe.
Yeah.
Well done.
So, obviously,
That's
Journey has a Discord channel. By all means, check it out there. UKSM, thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Big love.
And if you are interested in speedrunning Journey, by all means, get in touch. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
What was the time?
Yeah, time.
29.
29.
29.
So that would be a world record.
Time now.
I can read numbers.
What are they?
I wish.
Hey, we'll take
That'd
it.
be
We'll take
great.
Yeah,
Long
we'll take
Bob
29.
took your number ability.
Right, let me try that again. 49.29.
Nice.
Woo!
Nice.
That's fine.
That's a good
That's
marathon
fine.
time, right?
That is a good time. It was under my estimate anyway of 50 minutes.
Amazing.
Nice.
Considering that what we had like the bridge bit and obviously the
tower
the
fall.
watcher actually like
Watcher
showed
doing
us
you
the
a
bits.
murder.
But yeah, so that's good.
No
I'm happy
help
with that.
from Long Bob.
No help from Long Bob.
Oh, he's helped with donations.
Stuff him.
Yes,
Yeah.
he has. Thank you, Long
Thank
Bob.
you, everybody.
Yes,
Cheers.
thank you so much. So obviously now The next run is by Clever Pigeon, I believe. So yeah, stay tuned. And obviously the guys here are here all weekend, so by all means keep on donating and supporting these awesome speedrunners. And thank you guys at the back for watching. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, audience.
Love you guys.
And that's all from me.
Love you, random
So,
strangers.
Cheers.